Miami has a Dolphin, the greatest football team.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it, and examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Well, here's a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Operating from the gun, Nash. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
A gain of 12. And the Las Vegas first down.
Off the play fake. Nash. That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
4 yards. That's another Las Vegas first down. A gain of 12. First down.
Now a play fake here on first down. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
63-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted. But he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. These guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 5. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here is 3rd down and 4. Tua going to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nash. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
Throw left side complete. That's Gardner. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option.
Inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On the give, Genty. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Nash. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Malik Washington deep for Miami. This is brought in at the 21. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10.
44.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. And now Tua going to try and sneak it. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Washington. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage.
Well done.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run. Achane. Well, he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Nash. Short throw caught by Bowers. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And it's 2nd down.
So that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here. Out of the gun. That's to Bash over the middle. And out across midfield down to the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
A gain of 26 yards.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Genty. Oh, nice move. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Once again, it's Genty. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Nash. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They're right here.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Up the middle, Achane. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On 3rd down, Achane. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Jensen. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
And the Raider 1st down. A pickup of 2 yards.
They'll go again with Genty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. But now he appears to be in some pain. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Thornton, the motion man right. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Fielded just inside the 20. A 7-yard return following a punt for 45 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A first throw for the backup, Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
Looking to pass. Tua. On the slant, he finds Washington. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's Wilson. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And lead to 3rd down. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go.
Now it's Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will take it in for the Dolphins touchdown. Greg Dulcich, 31 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Sanders now to have the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And a Greg Dulcich touchdown reception finished that drive off. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raiders heading out to take over. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nash. Throw right side looked in here by Besh. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
From the gun on 3rd down. Nash. He's got the 1st down and more. Inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers, 72 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I thought, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. So the big play there, all negated by an illegal block in the back.
He knew it right away as he was doing it. You can see it in his body language. I think what hurts most is he really didn't need to do it, but he just couldn't help himself.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Wilson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
That's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Washington. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 31.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Second and 5.
Let's go.
Play action. It's Wilson. Washington's got it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Again, Wilson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Wilson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. And we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week one contest. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On the handoff, it's H.M. And he powers his way past the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And they'll give this to a chance. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 66 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Dolphins, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, back to Achane. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
4 yards on.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, Sack.
Now Wilson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
10 yards. That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Wilson. Finds Dulcich out left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down, Harding. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12.
There's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Out route to Hill, complete. On a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my Facebook quest.
Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Up the middle they go. Allison. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw. Nash. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Vegas. 48 yards.
And the Las Vegas first down. It's a gain of 48 yards. First down, Raiders.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Off play action. Nash. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking on, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Achane. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Achane hit when the ball is out. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Offense.
So wipe out the good yardage there on the completion with the block in the back.
And the coaching point there, you've got to be mindful of it as a blocker. They always tell you, if you can read a guy's nameplate, don't block him. That costs him right there.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against a front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add onto their lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
In motion, the tight end. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 yards, and it's 3rd down.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Nash. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Las Vegas. 1st down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Gardner. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that will bring up second down.
At the Dolphins' 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Nash. Caught here by Griffin. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Las Vegas.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Operating from the gun, Nash.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18.
16 yards. And a Raider first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Looking to throw. Nash. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Back to throw. Nash. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only a yard there. Snipped out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Over the middle, complete. That's Bowers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
17.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Now a first carry for their fullback. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I don't know about you, partner, but on second and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
This is Achane. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's a toss left for Achane. 87 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Again, it's Achane.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Nash. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
So now London down by 13, 2:21 the time left. They're down to 1 timeout plus the 2-minute warning, so speed will certainly be of the essence. Down 2 scores late. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Nash. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Nash. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will add onto their lead. So with that, you figure now this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Dances by him. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Got his man just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
A gain of 14. And the Raider 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
2nd and 2. Over the middle, he's got Thornton. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Back to throw. Nash. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Nash. Over the middle, complete. That's Thornton. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
That's interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. The extra point now for Borregales. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. That time a 6-play drive. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Up the middle they go. Harding. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Miami, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.